might have heard the phrase, truth begins with ridicule. You know, this was something new. I mean, the reality was it wasn't new. It had been used in Japanese hospitals since the late 1960s. But over here, we didn't know anything. We're so behind. Anyway, I started to present the research and see if I could get some traction, you know, with the healthcare professionals and doctors. And suffice it to say, again, I was shown the door, I was dismissed, I was ridiculed, even with the research that I had, because it was so new and nobody knew about it. You know, I was shown the door politely, you know, many times. But you know what? It didn't matter to me. You know, I knew my experience of feeling that energy blazing through the body, feeling it repair all the damage and start restoring function of my body. I knew precisely what far infrared light therapy does and what it did, and I didn't need science or any explanations or papers to fully understand how it worked and, you know, why it worked and what it did. Armed with my experience, I wasn't put off by, you know, the dismissals and the rejections, the endless rejections that I experienced. I knew the truth about far infrared, and I was going to continue my journey come what may. That was my decision. It really didn't matter to me. Now, fast forwarding to today, life is very different. We've been very fortunate. We've worked with cases that are apparently impossible, untreatable, incurable, terminal, and sure enough, you know, and please don't get me wrong, the far infrared is part of a program. We always encourage everybody to work with the nutrition, but we've been getting great results. People have been recovering, and of course the body's been repairing and healing. You know, I know that, no big surprises. But, you know, because the technology was relatively unknown, in the first instances, we would be working very much with people as a last resort. You know, they tried everything, they hadn't had any results, then they would come and they would try the far infrared light therapy with us. Again, it wasn't known, and thank God, all of those, many of those people had, you know, really wonderful results, and people that really shouldn't be with us today, you know, many years later, 10, 15 years later, they're around, they're alive, they've survived, and they're healthy and they're well. And actually, they've been coming forward recently wanting to share their stories 10, 15 years later with us. So that's really a blessing for me personally. It's a privilege to have been able to assist these people. So fast forwarding to today, we are now working with healthcare professionals, clinics, doctors, A-list celebrities in Los Angeles, you know, world-renowned spas. Life has really changed, and with the advent of the technology that we have today, we now have just launched our online practitioner training platform, so we're able to work with healthcare professionals all over the world and train them with regards to how to use the far infrared light therapy. Part of my own personal mission and desire to disseminate and spread far infrared light therapy worldwide, globally. It's a reality. If you would have mentioned this to me when we started, I would never ever have believed it. But here we are, this is what is going on, and again, it's such a privilege to be able to do this work. You know, something that I wanted to add, you know, what I realized was, you know, I wanted to help people, of course, and I realized that I wanted to help disseminate far infrared light therapy to help people restore their good health. Now, why good health? Without the platform of good health, what can you achieve in life? What can you possibly do? Anything, any desire you have, any wish, any dream, without a physical body that's working, you can't do any of it. So for me, the foundation of health was to provide people with a solid platform, a working, healthy, functional body, whereby we can go about our life and start to fulfill our dreams, live the life that we want. And that was my entry point. But as I said, you know, I traveled far and wide. I'd spent a lot of time with a lot of wise men, sages, who were kind enough to share their wisdom with me. And it's really time, it's my duty to give back and to share that information, that wisdom, that knowledge with all of you. And over the years, occasionally I've been asked to present certain programs to help people, and you know, one of the programs that I presented a couple of years ago to a group of about 30-40 people was something called the New Life Training, and I worked with the group for over a year, every single month, presenting to them, providing them with a template to restructure and to relaunch their lives. I loved it, and everyone really loved the training, really enjoyed the training. And you know, in a nutshell, what I've come to realize, of course, is that the global definition of health for me is meaning that you have a healthy mind, you have a healthy body, you have emotional health, you have relationship health, and you have financial health. So those 5 elements for me make up the matrix of health. Again, for me, it's my duty to help people achieve this overall health, and hence really what I describe that we're doing really is health transformation in the context of those 5 elements of health. And with regards to that now, we are going to be launching a number of programs, a number of projects that will be the platform for me to share all the information and knowledge and the wisdom that was given to me. I'm now going to translate those into our health transformation programs that will help people achieve health in the area of mind, body, emotions, relationships, and of course financial prosperity. And so it's my privilege to now be able to begin that journey. Far-infrared light therapy has been my entry point, and what a glorious introduction to being able to serve people, to help them restore their physical health. But now it's time to go to the next level and to introduce our health transformation programs to give people complete wholeness and complete health. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I look forward to serving you.